Have you ever come up with the solution to a problem in the shower? Or been hit with a nifty idea on the train or in the middle of a really boring meeting? Most of us, right, at some point. But we usually forget about it or file it away somewhere, never to be seen again. But there are those other ideas that hit us like a flash, and they don't want to budge, the kind of ideas that are itching to be scratched. Well, it's our pleasure right now to present to you 7 of the itchiest quick ideas we've been sent this year. Fast ideas delivered to you in 30 seconds flat. At the end, you get to be the judge and decide who wins the prize. So, without further ado, please welcome our wonderful finalists from this year. Okay, first up we have Samantha. Step on up, Samantha. Samantha, you're no stranger to performance. By day, you work in economic development, but by night, you dress up as an ibis bird, of all things. Of all the birds, why an ibis?
I haven't just dressed up as an ibis, but my friend Ali Sebastian Wolf is an artist, and she makes a bunch of birds, and she wanted to highlight the ibises, which are often underestimated in Sydney, and she made a bunch of costumes for Heaps Gay last weekend.
Okay,
Yeah.
Great. Well, that bird needs all the good PR it can get. So, in your own time, take it away, please, Samantha.
Procrastination. In the age of cat memes, it's too easy. And if you're a freelancer, a student, or working in a startup, you probably need someone to hold you accountable. You know, keep track of your breaks, be a soundboard for ideas, or simply slap you every time you end up on Facebook. We need an app that connects lone workers so that we can get together and create our own temporary co-working spaces, wherever we want. It'd be kind of like Tinder. You'd be swiping for a different kind of collaboration.
Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, and next up we have Helene Popovic. Hi, Helene.
Hello, Sinead.
Now, you've had an illustrious career in the field of medicine, but it was a special passion that you had that intrigued me, that basically inspired you to be a vasectomist at one point. Would you like to share with the audience what that special passion was?
I'm sure it was primary school embroidery classes.
Embroidery.
Yeah.
Interesting. Did you ever leave
Natural
any
progression.
nice? You ever leave any nice daisy patterns down around there, or signature?
No, I was
stuff?
a bit conservative.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, without further ado, take it away.
Thank you. Have you ever noticed that the language of medicine is actually the language of war? We want to fight the infection, kill the virus, defeat the disease, and wage war on obesity. We've turned our bodies into a battlefield. Yet brain scans and blood tests show that the language of combat creates physical and psychological distress. I'm not suggesting we abandon modern medicine, just that we change how we speak. The language of war produces the stress hormone cortisol. The language of love releases the healing hormone, oxytocin. Language is our greatest healer.
Beautiful, thank you. Okay, and next up we have Guy Webb. Welcome to the stage, Guy.
Thanks,
now,
Sinead.
you're an agronomist from central New South Wales.
Correct.
And you also have an interest in making your own kombucha. Kombucha, am I pronouncing that?
Kombucha tea.
Kombucha tea, yeah.
It's a health drink based on a fungus.
Sorry?
It's a health drink based on a fungus. What can I say? I'm a fun guy.
That's the...
Here's a fun fact. The atmosphere has dangerous levels of carbon in it at the moment. However, there's too little carbon in the world's farming soils. So imagine a method that empowers farmers to take the carbon out of the air and put it into their soils on a gigaton, game-changing scale. This may now be possible thanks to a recent breakthrough, a soil carbon capturing fungus. The method is simple. It captures carbon out of the air and converts it into stable soil carbon, empowering farmers to become carbon capturing climate superheroes.
Beautiful. And next up we have Katherine Morgan. Of the 100 shoes, ladies and gentlemen, she officially owns 100 pairs of shoes. How could you possibly make a selection for today? What was the inspiration?
Okay, these are a little bit pedestrian, but I had to go with the, trip hazard scale.
Trip hazard,
yeah,
okay.
These are take me seriously. I've got a really good idea shoes. My others are a bit flirty.
Awesome. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
In your own time.
Sudden cardiac arrest is the leading cause of death in Australia. The survival rate is less than 10%. Within 3 to 4 minutes, brain damage can occur. Defibrillators can be used to restart the heart, but where are they? Could you use one if you knew? Imagine if every new vehicle sold in Australia came with a portable defibrillator and training. That could be over 1.1 million people per year with the mobile access and education to save your lives.
And next up, Julian Melky. Julian, come on up.
Sinéad?
Now, Julian, you essentially get paid to come up with good ideas, right?
I do.
So, any tips for the guys on what to do if you just can't get one?
Not really. The way I get ideas is not to sit in front of a screen or a desk. If you just get out, plane windows are really good, train windows, bus windows, any transport windows. Fantastic.
Windows.
Windows.
Most
That's the main
people have a
thing.
house with windows, so okay, we can start there. All right.
Okay.
Awesome. Beautiful. Thank you, Julian. Off you go.
I had this idea on the toilet, which makes me lucky. 2.4 billion people don't have a toilet, which makes life particularly difficult for women and girls. The United Nations has a World Toilet Day every November the 19th. So to raise funds, on that day only, we should all donate $1 for number one, $2 for a number two. It's an honesty system. I'm not going to come round and check. Together, let's all start a movement called PAYG, Pay As You Go.
Thank you, Julian. That was very moving. Okay, next up we have Astor Singh. Come on up, Astor. Now, Astor from Neura. You explained to me, you basically have one challenge. You need to get through today's pitch without doing what one thing?
Laughing.
Laughing, exactly. You have a bit of a habit to just break into laughter spontaneously, as we've realised over the last week. So no jokes, no funny from here on in. Dead serious. Okay, off you go.
Can broccoli cure cancer? Is climate change real? What the hell is phenylalanine ammonia lyase anyway? Scientists do all this amazing research that has answers to these questions, but the problem is they're buried in long, complicated, and often boring research papers. I have a solution to this. Meet Dr. Simple, an app that converts that scientific language into simple language through clever writers, and also helps us distinguish between fact and fiction. Thank you.
Thank you, Astor. Okay, finally, we have Annalise Course.
Yes.
Now, Annalise, your beautiful husband is here somewhere in the audience.
He's actually at home looking after our 2.5-year-old.
Now, you guys told me about your interesting meeting story. You met at the Arc gay nightclub on Oxford Street, but there was one particular thing that stood out for you about him. Can you share with the audience what that was?
He was the only man wearing a shirt.
Yeah. And so you were also wearing clothes.
Yes, I was clothed.
You're a match made in heaven,
We
essentially.
are. Yeah.
Okay. Do it for the husband, saying hi to him at home. Okay, take it away.
New babies bring immense joy, but for parents, they can bring an unexpected new phase, the 4th trimester. It can deliver life-changing losses to your independence, your identity, and excruciating sleep deprivation. Some relationships don't survive this. My idea to establish 4th trimester communities that focus on the nutritional, physical, and mental health of the entire family unit. It takes a village to raise a child, yet modern parents are working without their village. It's time to build the village again.
Thank you, Annalise. Okay, now for the world-famous, highly technical clapometer. Let me explain how this works. So just in a moment, I will remind you guys of the title of each of the fast ideas, and then I'll invite each of the fasties up onto the stage, and as they step up, that's your cue to cast your vote in terms of the volume of your applause, your cheers, your whistles, throwing things at the stage, whatever you wish. Okay, so, and at the end, the winner is announced. Okay, so let's go through them all to begin with. We have, to begin with, the Anti-Procrastination app by Samantha Straw. Number 2, we have Changing the Language of Medicine by Dr. Helene Popovic. Soil Carbon Quest by Guy Webb. Have you got people in the audience, or still rent a crowd? Okay. Defibrillators in Every New Car by Katherine Morgan. This is tough. Okay. Pay As You Go by Julian Melky. Okay, and the Dr. Simple app by Asta Singh. And finally, the 4th Trimester Communities by Annalise Course. And coming in from HQ here, ooh, by a sliver, I feel it is Guy Webb, the Soil Carbon Quest. Come on up. Catch me. Come on up. Come on, step on up. How does it feel to be a superhero?
Yeah, it's not quite like Tony Stark, but yeah, if he could save the world by putting carbon out of the air into the soil, then he probably would, and probably should.
Fantastic. Well, look, we're delighted to announce this year that change.org has generously donated this year's prize, which is marketing, outreach and support in the form of a petition to help bring Guy's idea to life. How amazing is that? So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So a huge thank you to change.org for that. Now, before we wrap up, a big, big thank you to this year's Fast Ideas curator, Kath Lim, who's behind the scenes, and an amazing, amazing job done by her. Can we please give her a round of applause? And that's it, guys. Fast Ideas for another year. See you same time, same place, right back here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, come on up.